Yeah. Trying to find a filter I like.
There it is.
Yep. I think I like that one. Great. Anyways, hey guys, what's happening? It's Monday, and the F100 is getting out of here. Bye. We're happy that it's over. This is fun. Not really. It's gone, so it'll be gone here in the next couple minutes. But let's kind of go over what the finished product looked like. This was a ton of just little tiny pieces. What's up? Mr. Lopez working hard. Yeah, he's holding that corner of the truck down. All right, so let's take a look at the battery and how that went out. This is a, what year is this?
79?
79, 78, so. 78, 79, F100. Electrical system in this, because it's old, is going to be crap. So the first part is we needed to get that working the way it's supposed to. There you go. So first part is ground. As you can see now, there's 3 big 4-gauge grounds right here. And how those work is it goes from the battery down here to the frame, and then from the frame to the block. That is one run. And then we go from the battery all the way over to the firewall, that shiny point right there. And then we go from the battery to the front clip. So this front clip area here. So those are the 4 grounds that we added to this. Then we also added a new 4-gauge from here over to the alternator, because in this car it goes from the battery to the starter, from the starter to God only knows where. Needless to say, by the time the alternator gets to the battery, it is like a 10-gauge wired. So replace that. Now this thing starts like a top. Fernando made this mount here for our amplifier, which is the audio control D51300. That's right, D for DSP. And then this little guy here is our constant 12 volts for the radio. His fuse box is scary. I didn't even want to deal with it, so we ran our own constant 12 volts. Luckily for us, this is an old car, it has accessory. It's on a factory plug. We were able to retain the factory plug for accessory. So that's what's underneath the hood to get started on this. Now, in the door, we have a set of ground zero yellowbacks.
No, it's
Greens?
green? Yellowback.
Yellowbacks.
Sure.
Yeah. Ground zero. Yeah, yellowbacks. That's what they call them. So we have a set of yellowback coaxial louds down here in the bottom of the door. It's a neo magnet. And then up here in the dash, we made a panel that has Rockford T2 tweeters. So there's 2 T2 tweeters here and a DS18 4-inch. So we made a panel out of acrylic. You can see these panels if you go back to, if you go to YouTube today, the Instagram recap show, we talk about all this. Kenwood Radio had to cut the dash, made a new lasered a new back piece here. So it looks factory painted it the flat black like this. It just looks like it's supposed to be there, which is kind of funny because it actually took hours to get this to look like it just went there. We made this panel here to match the dash, has the silver trim. We went with the same thing. Bluetooth mic, epicenter micro dual knob, and 2 charge points. Little lightning bolts here, so 2 charge points for USB chargers, so he can have his buddies and everyone can charge up and whatnot. So we wanted that. Now, behind the seat, Hank, can you grab the little... Behind the seat, we have 2 Rockford P3 shallows mounted in this wedge style box here. This is actually our Toyota Tundra box that we have made. So they're countersunk in, it's super thin. The nice thing is they're bolted into place. So this is a tube rail. So nut certs here to hold the box. We left this gap here because sliding your window, water's gonna get down there. It's sitting on risers, so it's all isolated away from the back wall. And then the amplifier here, there again, plastic panel, D51300, as well as the epicenter micro bolted in place. With the box coming out, it gave us the ability to run all the wire behind the box, which is kind of nice. So was able to utilize that because we had that kind of room. The seat slid all the way back, and we still have room there. Obviously put grills on it because I don't trust this stuff, and I want my woofers to last for as long as humanly possible. So that is this beast of a truck. So I'm happy it's done. Are you happy it's done?
Yeah.
Right? I know. So I will shut the door on this. It's loud. It's just the only way to describe it. And it's just loud. And he's going to love it. We played some of the music he's going to be listening to on it because Fernando has the same music and it sounded great. So that's all that matters. All right, let me go back to here and I'll answer some of those questions you guys put. I'm planning on installing a 3.5-inch mid-range and an A-pillar of my Camaro. Wow. Do you guys think is beneficial for the quality sound? Yeah. I mean, 3 ways, there is going to sound better than the 2-way. Yeah, it should be great. It's going to be a lot of work. What's up, Brian? Hell yes, good afternoon, fellas. Got the police on my job site because people won't slow down for road work. Man, those guys are douchebags. I mean, everyone's just trying to do their job. What the heck? Happy holidays. What's up, Bobby? What's up? Hey, Dean. When using a stock unit and want an epicenter, is the LC1 or LC2 better? If you want, dude, you gotta take it out of gear, man. It doesn't have fuel injection. It's got a carburetor. It's gonna take a minute. If you want to do an epicenter, just buy the Epicenter Micro. It's got the high level to low level built into it, so there's really no reason to do that. So this is the Epicenter Micro. It's high level right in, so you don't need this or this. This will do it. That's all you need. This guy right here. So it's got an LC1i built into it, so there's no reason to deal with any of the contents of it'd actually be cheaper than buying an Epicenter in one of those. Now that's old school. I know, right? Yeah. I'm just happy it started, to be honest with you, because I hate working on old cars with a passion and don't exactly have the best track record for them working when we're done, because I just hate them. I just have bad luck when it comes to old car. My previous place, I was working on like an old car. And he just had all his rear end and the whole under thing done. And I'm trying to pull it in. And we didn't have this ramp. It was flat. I pull it in and it just locks up, man. Locks up. He's like, what the hell, man? You broke my car, bro. No, actually what had turned out is the mechanic that built the rear end didn't tighten the screws. So the screws fell out of the axle. Yeah. So he was like, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to yell at you. I'm like, yeah, you know, you're a dick. But anyways, Christmas is coming. No show tonight, guys. No live tonight. This is all you're going to get for the next couple weeks is a couple of these here and there. I got a package today from Brian Chance. He's a friend of the show. Always sends me emails. He loves the news. He always keeps me up to date on what's going on and some of the weird news stories that I don't typically catch. So thank you, Brian. No, old cars are not easier. They're a lot harder because they weren't made to be modernized. So like the radio we just put in there, it took me 3.5 hours to build a dash kit to put a radio in that because it had a dual shaft, and the dual shaft was made out of metal, and the air conditioner was metal. If you want to see what I'm talking about, you can go back and look at today's YouTube video. We kind of show you the heartache that went through building the dash for that. So it's a lot of little pieces, and there's no wiring, so you got to put all new wiring in, and you got to work your way around stuff that's just falling apart. that system could have been knocked out in a normal car in 2 days, but because it's an old car, it actually took longer. Plus, we got to add in all the power underneath the hood to fix all the voltage problems that he's going to have. So, and the funny part is, here's what's funny. Fernando just pulled that car out, and he left all the equipment that we put in it sitting right here after stacking it up to put in the car. How funny is that? Hey, you didn't put any equipment in the car. Yeah, we need the keys for this. I'm gonna show you guys over at the retail store. We got a piece of the puzzle in yesterday or Friday or whatever it was. And if my cell phone works, so this is the boom room, and we just got in this. Just because the idea was we were gonna build something, but then Alpine's like, we have these, and we're like, okay, cool. It's got old equipment on it, so we're gonna refresh it, put all the new R-Type stuff in it, new radio. New amps. We're going to take that out, probably just put a panel here, big 5-star logo or something, and then we'll be able to pack this all with subs like this, and we'll be able to demo it. So that'll all be, at some point in 2024, this will actually be booming. That would be fantastic, right? Hey, what's up, Natasha? I'm going to call you later. But that's all that's been going on. We put some amps up on the wall over here. Just to figure out that I really don't like them there. But, whatever. So that's all that's been happening in the retail side of things, because we've been super busy on the install side of things. And then the holidays are coming, so that's always nice. Anyways, back to the install bay. Hey, let's leave it out so we can clean all this crap up. So one of the things that sucks about this install bay is these are sycamore trees. I don't know if you guys have sycamore trees where you live, but they shed these giant ass leaves and the whole tree will fall. This is the only tree in Florida that actually dumps its leaves in the wintertime, and they all just work their way into the install bay. So the install bay ends up just looking like lawn and garden center at Home Depot, but it's pretty crazy. This show has been brought to you by the fine folks at Morel. If you're interested in upgrading your system for the holiday season, that is, there's a big party coming up, first of the year. If you want your system to get on point and get right, head over to morelhifi.com and check out all they have to offer. They have a ton. They make some badass products. And also, get excited. Next year, new products coming out. Can't tell you much about it because I don't know. But there are new products coming, as always, and it's going to be exciting. But we'd like to thank Morel for continuing to be a sponsor of this Instagram broadcast. We know you guys love the product. We're actually getting ready, I think, to put... Are we putting some in the 4runner?
We put in somewhere else.
We're putting Morel's in the 4runner.
Yeah.
This is our next project we're going to have for the next couple days. I'm not going to talk about it much other than to say it's getting Morel's. It's also getting a Blackbird from ARC, so that's going to be pretty exciting. AR connection, so we'll learn more about this tomorrow. Need a blower. I know, right? It's actually not a bad idea. I should get one because every year we go through this. Thanks, Chris. Good idea. All right, guys, that's it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Fernando.
Okay, guys.
We'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful Monday, hopefully. See ya. You should have gloves on today.
Huh?
You should have gloves on today. Hands being dry. Stereo Steve. What is happening, people? How's everybody doing on this glorious Tuesday? Needs a take pause. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Glitch in the Matrix. What's up, Dave? What's up, Dean? Dean would be me. So today we're working on the 4runner. We said this was coming in. So we got a little bit of time on it yesterday. What's up, Fernando?
What's up?
So we got a little bit of time on it last night before we left, a couple hours just to kind of figure out what we're doing to it. This has a JBL system, that cool radio there, so that's going to stay. We are going to integrate into it using iData. We're using AR. Front and elbows deep in the door again. Yeah, but we have a beautiful day. Look at that. Look at how blue that is. Wow. However, it is quite frigid for us. So this is the Arc Audio Blackbird. Woo, yeah. So this is going to be the system. This is an 8-channel amplifier with 12 channels of DSP. These are the extra 2 channels here that go out. We are going to use this as a 5-channel. Long time no seen. Hello, Dean. Hello, Fernando. So I know it's just an 8-channel. So we're going to use all the channels, but we're going to make it a 5-channel in that channel 1 and 2 are going to power tweeters. 3 and 4 are going to be the driver's mid-bass. 5 and 6 will be the passenger mid-bass. 7 and 8 are going to go off to the sub. So that's how this is going to be set up. AR-wise, I have an AR. The AR is sitting right here. It's already flashed. It's using their T-harness, the iData T-harness, which plugs in the back. I've already repinned the speaker side of it. So this is going to be morphed into one piece here in a little bit. Getting a bass knob, even though we don't necessarily need the bass knob because we can use the radio to do subwoofer level control. He wants a knob, so we're doing the Arc Audio bass knob here. And all of this is going to get put in. There's the factory subwoofer / amplifier. All of this is going to go here where the factory subwoofer amplifier was. So we've added in sound treatment, and then we also added in, so there's Roadkill Ultimate behind this, and then we put some of the Ground Zero acoustical foam onto it. Because we're pulling that subwoofer out, it's going to be a big chamber for air, noise, as it were. So I wanted to forego all that nonsense. So sound treated that, and then the amp rack is this guy right here. And what this is going to do is there's the factory screw holes are here and here and there. And this, as you can see, has 3 screw points. So this goes up into this. And the Arc amp is going to sit right here. The AR will go right there. This is your factory amplifier plug that the AR is going to plug into. So up, that's it. We got to run a power wire. So everything else is going to be right here. And a bass knob. Now for the bass knob, laser's been going all day. For the bass knob, we are... Oh, it's on the laser. That's my next project is getting ready to do. If you would like to try to put it here, there's no try. We're going to put it here. It is going to be kind of tricky because when the gear shifter goes all the way forward, there's a little piece of plastic that goes forward. So we're probably going to have to put a little tiny thingy so that it gently rolls down and doesn't get in the way of the bass knob. Don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. But we've experimented with it to kind of figure out how that's going to go. So that'll be next. This speaker is already in the door. Fernando came in, got that done. I've made the 2 tweeter mounts. So let's take a look at those. Speaker-wise, to get all that power, we're going with a set of the Morel Hybrid 62s. That's right, the Hybrid 62s from Morel, the show sponsor. That's right. This guy right here, look at this. Look how badass this speaker is. Ooh, yeah, right? Hybrid motor structure, dual magnet design. Yeah, very nice. This is the Elate basket that is on here with the hybrid motor structure. And what this does, this is the bracket. So we wanted to go hand-built bracket instead of using the Metro bracket. Metro bracket would have worked. This is the factory speaker, in case you're wondering. It is the 82, 81, 47s, maybe. I don't know. We never even bothered to take it out of the bag. Might not be. We just made these instead. We wanted something a little bit more rigid. As you can see, this is like super thick ABS, tapered the back, and this will sit in here just like this. And the speaker is, okay, this is really hard to do with one hand. Speaker sits nice and flush inside of there. This will go into the door. And then we have the Morel speaker ring. So we're going to wrap, that goes around this, goes around the back side. This goes in the back of the door once he's done adding all the sound treatment. So this is going to be the passenger door. Driver's door is already done. And then these are the tweeters. These are the hybrid tweeters. And we came up with a little different design here. So the tweeter is suspended right in the middle of this. And so there's a back panel here that gets glued on that you can barely see. And then there's the middle piece, and then there's the top piece, and this top piece is what screws it into place. This is just sitting on here. These are going to come off, but until it goes into the car, we're going to leave those on. One of the things we found out while doing this is that the passenger speaker and the driver speaker are actually physically different. As you can see here to here, the way they bolt into place is different, so we had to modify the passenger side. Luckily enough, it's a modification we can make to the mount in general, so that it'll be universal and we won't have to deal with that in the future. But these will go in, these grills will pop off, they'll sit in there nice and flush. Probably put a little piece of foam on them right now. I just needed to get them made so Fernando can deal with all that, getting that stuff done in the car. But that's what we're doing for speakers. So that's it for speakers. There's only going to be hat day. It's very cold. Had a beanie on, or a toque if you're in Canada. Anyways, it's just that's the only speakers there's going to play in the car. It's going to be a front stage only. That's what he wanted. And then for sub, we're going with the Kicker Comp RT 10-inch down firing box. Yeah, it's buried behind the panels over there. But to get to this is you got to pull this all out. It's a real pain in the butt to get to it, but ought to be really slick and fun when it's done. Yep, Glowforge, yay Christian. Kicker for the win. So came back for thanks. Do you guys know who makes a good regular cab sub box? Have you tried Fox Acoustics? Depending on the truck. See, some guys there's a lot of specialists now that specialize in like specific trucks, years, makes, and model. But check Fox Acoustics. They have a wide palette of enclosures to choose from. And they ship, and they work with all kinds of subwoofers. Did this stop working again? Or did the light switch on? Yeah. Anyways. Would it be a good idea to use Morel hybrid tweeters with Focal mid? No, they don't. They're not made to play nice together like that. They're two totally different. You'd have some issues blending the mid range to the mid bass. It definitely is it on? Oh, it's on now. Okay.
It was on.
Oh, was it on?
Yeah.
It looked off. Man, I'm going blind. So yeah, no, don't do that. Hey guys, what's up, Lino? Sunday hat was replaced with boring life. You're funny, Christian. No, so this is the hat right here. So Christmas hat. So it was cold, man. It was very cold today. Like we're both still wearing our hoodies. I do the Mr. Rogers thing though. I have a nice jacket that I wear to work, but I take that off and put this jacket on. So I don't change my shoes, but I probably should. Oh, he's got one of the little turtle things. Haley's got one of those sitting on her desk. Oh, that's funny. This little. That. Okay. Hey guys. Hey Dean, can you explain the ARC connection versus the Rockford DS01 differences, advantages? Technically, it should be the same, meaning the whole idea behind the DSR1/AR is that the end result be the same. The differences are the AR is built into the DSR1, whereas with ARC, the AR is external. So you have to do external connecting. DSR1, they do it all inside for you. So if you ever pop the top on a DSR1, there's actually two circuit boards, the AR board and then the DSR1 DSP board. And those two communicate with one another, just like the Arc Audio, the soon-to-be Electromedia. It's all external. So there's a data-to-data cable just like your radio has. So it's just that plugs in, and then it tells it what to look for and whatnot. So connection-wise, or end result-wise, it should be the same. There is a little bit more connection done up front because you have to do the signal path routing externally as opposed to internally like it is in the DSR1. But the reason why we brought in the Arc Audio stuff is because it can do that. Systems like these where it's small, it's compact, it's a ton of power, it'll fit back in that factory location, as opposed to having to do DSR1 and then get amplifiers and do all that fun stuff. This seems way easier, so we have high hopes. We have very high hopes. And there again, advantages, just a wider variety, better processor, better DSP, but variety is really the key here. They make standalone, and they make amplifiers built in. So, Kenwood used to make the 6600 DSP amplifier, which was really cool. Kenwood didn't think so. No one else did either because they didn't make a version 2, which they really should have. So it sucks to be them. This allows us to get back into that. So now we can put an amplifier in 8-channel with 12 channels of DSP and have a wide variety of options, as opposed to we always hit a wall with the DSR1. It's just 8 channels and that's it. So you can't do anything else past that. How are the new Autos and Forza Amp DSP compared to that Arc Audio Amp DSP? I think you're looking at software and power. The Forza definitely has a wider base, so to speak, because they have multiple amplifiers. I think it's more evolved in the sense that there's several versions of amplifiers. So there's a 5-channel, there's an 8-channel, there's 3 companion amplifiers. The Blackbird is just the Blackbird, and the Nighthawk, or whatever it is, the 2-channel. And so they're kind of a minimalist approach to it, which is nice because they only got to stock 2 amplifiers, as opposed to I can use this 8-channel, I can make a 5-channel as opposed to stocking a 5-channel. It just depends. So I haven't really looked at pricing. I think that'll be a lot of it, but we carry both. When you come back to Texas, man, I don't know. We're not even sure if we're gonna go to Knowledge Fest Dallas this year. That's so far off though. That's August, so yeah, I know. Don't say August. There's really nothing for us to do in Texas right now. Hello from Michigan. Ring Hertz DC. Wow, would the Maximus be an upgrade or lateral move? It'd be an upgrade. 100% be an upgrade. Much bigger tweeter. Power handling goes up probably a little bit. Efficiency will go down. So which is why the power handling is going up, because the DCs are super efficient speakers. So loudness wise, but sound quality would be up for sure. A bit much bigger tweeter. Why is bridging an amp from mid-bass a good idea? I don't know if it's a good idea per se. We're doing it because we want to get more power. So we're going for a staggered power approach to this. So basically we're going to almost double the power to the mid-bass. That to me is more the idea in that than just, look at him just killing it over there. That to me is what makes more sense, because there's very few amplifiers with staggered power. The Moscone 830 has staggered power, which is really nice. The 430 has staggered power. Some of the Ground Zero amplifiers have. The higher end ones have staggered power. And I'm sure there's others. It's just, trying to remember each one of them. I like doing more power to my mid bass. It's a bigger driver. So that's why we're doing it. The reason why this is going into this, like when we designed this system, he only wanted a front stage. And he likes Morel, he likes that, so we're just putting a lot of power to it. And because the Arc amplifier is capable of talking to the JBL system through the AR. This just seemed like a really nice matchup to put into this. Dean, how do you set up a kicker key 500.1 with an Epicenter Micro on a 2023 Camry hybrid non-JBL? Thanks. I mean, I'm assuming you already have it, which, cool. I don't know if I would have done that combination. I'm almost positive I wouldn't have done that combination for that, just because there's not a good way to make that. Like the 500.1 really isn't necessary, like the de-equalization part, because you're putting the Epicenter in front of it. It's just not something I would do from that way, but you're going to go Epicenter Micro into the 501 RCA wise. I don't even know if you can DEQ that at that point. So yeah, I don't know if that's going to work right. I mean, it worked great as just a 500 watt amp, but I don't know if you need to go in and do the programming part of it. I don't think that's going to matter. So, I mean, if you're looking for a small footprint 500 watt amp, cool, but I don't think you're going to need to bother with the de-equalization part of it. What you may have to do, which may work, is if you hook the 500.1 up first, meaning just put it in the car, run the de-equalization to program it, then take it out, put the Epicenter. The only thing you'd have to do at that point is maybe some level adjustment. But yeah, that's a weird combination. Have you seen the new Moscone 830 amp? Dude, yeah, it's right here. Here's the 830. 430 looks just like it, but it's in Fernando's car. And this is our Christmas tree. That's why it's sitting above the Christmas tree. It's like heavenly. There's the 6 to 10, I think. Yeah, 6 to 10 or 8 to 10. I don't remember which one it is. It's one of those, though. Yep. Seen it. Welcome to the neighborhood. Yeah. Welcome to Mr. Dean's neighborhood. Well, you have a really light color patch of hair there. Yeah, right here. Yeah, and then it's right also there and there. Yeah, it's like the whole Fantastic Four thing going on. He's 50. Yeah, thanks, Christian. Thanks. Oh yeah, and that was my wife. Like that just goes to show you how much I work when she hasn't realized that I have a light patch of hair right there. I mean, we live together, but yeah, okay. I just apparently work too much that Sue doesn't recognize the light colors of hair that I have on my head. Can you believe that crap?
Amen.
You recognized it.
Yeah, I mean,
this is my work wife.
I see you every day.
Yeah. That's the TSP I'm running, 6600. Yeah, it's a great amp. Imagine Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers in one person. I mean, I feel like they are, because they're both so nice. Dean, Audio Frogs are Helix 4-channel amps. I will be changing my Rockford T amps. Thank you. Ooh, that's El Fernandez. I'm gonna go Audio Frog. I like the frogs. Yeah.
Frogs or what?
Helix 4-channel. I mean, they're both.
Frog amplifier?
Yes, Audio Frog amplifier or Helix 4-channel amplifier. I mean, if we're going straight power, I'm just going to go with the Audio Frog. It's smaller, it's more compact, it's got a lot of power. You know, it sounds good. We've done it. You know, it puts out what it's supposed to do. You know, that's the key. It puts out what it says it puts out. Great explanation on ARC versus DS1. Thank you for that. Love watching the show. Has made the home. Yeah, perfect. At some point, we'll actually do that install. We just need to be more familiar with the ARC before we do it. I don't like sounding like I'm an expert on something without actually having something to back it up. So, conceptualizing what it's capable of doing is why we brought it in. Now we're putting the rubber to the road. We're going to figure out all the funness with this one, and then the next one we'll film it, and we'll talk all about it and have all that. We're trying to stay with my Rockfords. I mean, listen, I get the need to, like, power is key, right? Personally with me, power is important. It is. It's very important. But what DSP? Do you have the best DSP ever? I mean, there's better DSPs. Do you have the best speakers you're happy with? I don't know. I mean, I feel like you got good power. what's everything else? I don't remember what you have. How is the new shop? Coming very slow. Very slow. We were over there yesterday. We got a new Alpine display that's going to go in the boom room. At some point, we'll have the ability, maybe, I don't know, to actually make it work and do what we're supposed to do. But I'm not holding my breath. Thank you, Christian, for providing us with all the specifications for the Morel speakers. Well, yes, it would be epicenter before key. That wasn't really the problem. The problem is the key has the de-equalization process built into it, and you really can't do the de-equalization process with the epicenter in front of it, because even if you turn the effect all the way down, it's really not going to give you... So what I was saying was put the amplifier in, do the whole process, take the amplifier out, put the of the signal path, put the epicenter first. At least the EQ portion of it that needs to be done will be done in the epicenter. But there again, I think it's just a weird combination of things. I would almost just use it as a straight 500 watt amp and not bother with the de-equalization part. I don't know if that's going to help you. Hey guys, Dean, what filament do you use for your 3D printer? It's ABS. And there again, we're not the best, but it's just a FlashForge brand of ABS filament. I kind of bought it all at the same time just because we needed to rock and roll. I didn't realize it came with some generic stuff. But once we actually get through it, then we'll pay a little bit closer attention to it, just like we do with the acrylic. But right now, it's a very slow-going process. Fernando has a new file that I think he's going to print here soon, but we've just been so busy trying to get caught up. We haven't had time to do it. That's a good question, Baba. I like that. Maybe we should do a segment. What gear is Christian excited about playing with next? That would actually be kind of funny. Visconti Pro Amps. Yes! I know. I'm trying to get him to buy, a 430. Happy holidays. Happy holidays to all. What does Fernando drive? He drives G35. If you'd like to see what's going on in Fernando's car, we have a playlist called... What's that? No. Cardio Lab. Check out the Cardio Lab playlist. Anything that we're doing test-wise, it gets tested in his car first. Sometimes when we review, it goes into his car. So reviews in Cardio Lab are going to have his car. So like right now... It's got a 430 in it. We didn't film the K2s that we put in it because he just did it when I was on vacation just to put them in there because they've been sitting in his toolbox for like a year and a half. But we've had various stuff in it. For the 2023 Tacoma, can I do 6x9s in the front doors and rears? Rears are 6.5, so you cannot do 6x9s in the rear. No way at all. There's no room for that, but it is a 6.5, 6x9 in the front door, and a 2.5 in the top of the dash. Hello. Better lighting at work. That's your excuse? That's Sue's excuse for not noticing the gray patch of hair is that better lighting at work than at my house.
Oh, maybe.
And the sun when we're outside, doesn't really... She just never looks at me. That's what it is. She just I know. She's just like, I can't believe I'm married to this one. She just despises me. I'm drooling on the Odyssey and Forza amp DSP stuff, Christian. An 830. That's all I got to say, Baba. This is drool all over an 830. That's the amp you want. Don't have a kicker key amp yet. I was thinking it was a weird combo as well, just trying to keep the amp draw low since the car is a hybrid. Okay, that's cool. If you haven't bought it yet, then and you want to go kicker, maybe check out the 800.1. There again, it's got a boost power supply. It's got a decent low amperage draw. It puts out a lot of power. You could do the 400.1 if you really were at that 500, and you'll get about the same amount of power because they're both 500 watts. But the 401 would give you the same experience, just make more sense. If you want to go small footprint, you could check out the Rockford T 500.1, the miniature T, the small one. Is it 500 or 400? It might be a 400. Is it 400? 400.1, right? I know, right? It's a 750.1 is the big one.
Yeah.
I think the 400. It's either 4. Just check out Rockford. They make the mini T's. It's a very small. It's about the same physical footprint as the Key 501. Just it's a Rockford. It's smaller. And there again, same idea. 8-gauge power wire, very efficient, nice little amps. Okay. Audio Frog GB speakers for the win. Dean likes Audio Frogs and he cannot lie. I can lie, but I just typically don't because it's no fun. The size is and tuning software makes it most desirable. Okay. Tuning is excellent on the Audison and Moscone. You have the old Audison though, man. You don't have the new Audison software. Oh, hey Natasha. Hi guys. Still running audio control in my daily, looking at other options to try for other vehicles. There you go. Christian reminds me I have an app I need you to try out on your Android phone to see if it works with your IRTA. I gotta send that to you. I've got sweatshirts. We are twins. You guys are silly. How come you get different power and Moscone amps like 95 on front channels and 150 on rear? Because they do staggered power that way. Because they're, again, tweeters don't need... You build an 8-channel amplifier, you put 110 watts by 8, everything's great. But the reality is I don't need 110 watts to my tweeters. I mean, they're only going to get a watt anyways, but I need half that. And I would much rather have more power going to my bigger drivers. That's why I think of it this way. When you do a subwoofer, you buy a 1,000-watt sub-amp, and then when you do highs, you get a 50-watt by 4. Why do you do that? You have a bigger motor structure on your subwoofer than you do on the other speakers. Well, you have a bigger motor structure on your mid-bass than you do on your tweeter. Wouldn't that make sense to put more power to the bigger motor structures? So less power to the tweeter, more power to the mid-bass, etc., etc., etc. So that's why big fan of staggered power. Otherwise, you just end up turning the gain way down or the level control, depending if you're doing DSP or not doing DSP on the tweeters, to blend them in with the mid-bass. Yeah, so it's, I don't know. I'm just a big fan. 3,000 watts on everything. Yes. And you're just going to dealers in South Africa. I'm sure there is, but I don't know them. That's a good question. Try Gladen.com. There might be a number there. That'll take you to actual German Gladen, which would be where you'd want to go to find your dealer network. Hey guys, we are delivering a 2022 Tundra non-JBL, no amp under the seat. It was a pain to figure out how the 5 front speakers work. I did an Audio Frog system and it sounded badass. Yeah, that first time with the Tundra, that center channel sucks, and it really does screw you up. If I've had plenty of guys break stuff and or go, why is my stuff cutting off? How do you feel about 6-channel amps? Back in the 90s, they would get hotter much quicker than a 4-channel amp. Obviously, a lot of things has changed since the 90s. I have a 90s era 6-channel amplifier. I have a GT620 from Orion. There again, regardless of whether it's a 6-channel, 8-channel, 4-channel, if you don't have proper heat dissipation, heat sinks, then yeah, you're always going to get hotter. I will say in today's world, amplifiers get probably hotter than they did in the past, only because chips are built better and you can overclock them. And really, but the nice thing is we also have better heat sinks designs, so they can dissipate heat a lot quicker. So a lot more technology involved in these amplifiers. I went a little big on 4-channel amps for my speakers. It's 230 by 4 and my speakers at 140 max. Do I leave the gain alone or adjust the gains before distortion? That's one of those questions where I personally would leave the gains alone. Sorry about that. I personally would leave the gains alone. But there again, it's going to depend on every other situation in the car. If you want to figure out what the maximum amount of gain is, check for your distortion, all that fun stuff, you can do that. Chances are good you're going to turn it down from there. just because you can do it doesn't mean you have to do it, I guess would be the simplest answer for that. We typically just, we're below that. We don't want the lights to come on and the clipping and all that fun stuff. We just want it loud, enjoyable, and a good time. So I guess that's the answer to that. All right. Morel Elite Carbons or Supremos. Just hold your money. Just hold your money. Okay. If you have your amazing tweeters, so just hold your money, because next year's going to be a fun year for Morel, right? Right, Fernando?
What's that?
Next year is going to be a fun year for Morel.
Next year is going to be an awesome year for Morel. And if you don't know what we're talking about, you can head out to morelhifi.com. I have the crazy.
I know. I'm just loving this.
So,
I'm
anyway,
the misery that is
go
coming
to
from your voice.
morelhifi.com. You can find the new product that's coming up.
No, you
Not
can't.
yet.
I just said you can't find out.
But I say next year.
Ah.
Or you can go here and Instagram, Morel_America. You will see the brand new subwoofer that they have. She put some pictures in there, so.
Oh, the new shower mount.
The new shallow mount.
All 10 of them that came into the
check
country.
them out. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can have one.
Probably next
Good.
year.
That's super.
Yeah, you'll get one next year.
So, thank you for being a sponsor of the 5 Minutes with 5 Star.
All right, all that and a bag of chips. Hey, guys, I got to get back to work. Thank you so much for spending your day with us. And also, tomorrow, stay tuned to the YouTube channel. Subaru's last 2 episodes are going to come out this week. I added those up last night, so they're done because I needed to get that off my plate so I could spend some time with the family. So, going to Mom's house tonight. You guys have a great rest of your day, and we will see you next time. Bye. You do windows, bro?
I do all the windows, bro.
You do the windows, man? Jesus, you do windows? Good day, everyone. Hola.
Welcome to the show.
That was all you got?
That's all I got.
That's all you
All my
got.
energy.
Christmas is coming. Woo! So we finished 4runner. Wanted to go a little earlier and kind of before we put it all back together, but it was one of those things where we're hitting the clock. So, and then we ran into some extra time. So here we are. Well, so we'll talk about what we got going on for those of you that didn't see it yesterday and how it turned out. This is obviously a 2022 4runner with the JBL factory system. We did a front stage upgrade only. No rears, nothing from here back is audio related.
My type of system, baby.
Yeah. So we took the ARC Audio Blackbird 8-channel DSP amplifier and made it a 5-channel DSP amplifier. Bridged a bunch of channels. So we have inside of this. What do we have inside of this, Fernando?
Inside of this, we have a nice Morel Hybrids.
62s.
62s. It's a component set. So, where you can find those? MorelHiFi.com. Continue with the show, and then I'll let you know what's
Okay. So we put the tweeters up here. We made some special brackets for those to fit those up in there. We made custom brackets for the door panel. We showed you those yesterday, but now with them back on, it's really nice. The ARC Audio Blackbird went here. So the factory sub, which is this guy right here, is in there with the amplifier. Made a bracket, but behind this panel right here, this pops out, and there's the factory. There's the USB to do any extra work to the amplifier if we need to. So it's hardwired into the amp rack. Fernando has some pictures of it. He will show it to you. Does Morel make LOCs? No, they don't. They don't make any. They don't make LOCs. But he'll share that on his page and show you what that looks like. Kicker, the new Comp RT downfiring. They've updated this. We were surprised. We didn't know this. They did a quiet update to the box in that. Can you flip it up?
Yeah.
Let me grab a light. Let me grab the light right here. So they now come with these little feet. These here, and they say kicker on them. And which is great because it raises it up another 1/4 of an inch, but makes it non-slip. So like it sits on this thing really nice.
Yeah.
So Kicker didn't tell anybody. Now we got those to think about. That's pretty cool. I don't know how long they've been doing it. Hell, for all I know, they can be doing it for the last 6 months. Don't know.
No.
Either way.
Got it today.
Yep. Compaq T10, powered off of channels 7 and 8 on the amplifier bridge, 4 ohm in the box.
And you're gonna get a bottle opener.
Dude, there's
buy a Toyota.
Dude, there's bottle openers all over
No,
these.
not-
Did you notice it on the? Well, no, there's two
dude,
on the ladder. So
on the ladder.
there's one on this side, and there's one on the other side. Apparently, there's a lot of bottles that you need to open. But yeah, you just crick, let's kick it back, yeah.
Let's crack the window.
Over to POV. Up underneath the hood is where the fuse holder resides.
We went into the passenger side.
Yes.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah, so everything went up this side of the car. Because with iData, the only wire you really have to run is the bass knob, which we'll show you in a second, and the power wire. Everything else is
In the back.
in the back, so it just plugs in. It's great. What face do you recommend for a 2018 Grand Cherokee?
What face?
Dash kit.
Oh.
Always check iData first. If they make one of their custom dash kits for that, then that's the best.
Sure.
Outside of that, Metro is probably going to be your next best bet on that one.
What year is it?
So, 2018.
I think it's iData.
I think iData does
iData
have one.
makes
Keep in
sense.
mind you have to have an iData radio, but why would you not? So check that out. Okay, back to regular scheduled program. Power wire, come over here, and then he has this beautiful RC car style aluminum bracket, and Fernando didn't want to cover it or anything, so he made this cool S-bend style bracket, Z-bend, I guess we'll call it.
Pulls from the bottom. I put
Another nut on the bottom.
double nut
Yep.
in the bottom, so actually sandwiches together.
Yep.
And
then we
that's
put
pretty cool.
since this is a TRD Pro, I was like, dude, this needs a badge. He's like, you should make one. So put a TRD Pro on underneath the hood to kind of finish it off. Kind of goes with the whole like, yay, custom battery. Done much work on the Chevy Holden
Huh?
Commodore. Oh,
What?
the Chevys, the GTO style
What?
stuff. Yeah. We've done a lot of the GTO stuff. And then the bass knob. Okay, so
Where's the bass knob?
where's the light? What did I do with the light?
Light.
Okay, let me see the light for a second. So Arc's bass knob is unique. They use it for multiple things, and a couple things I like about their bass knob. One, it has a really long neck, which is cool because
baby.
most bass knobs, yeah, exactly. Most bass knobs don't have a really long neck. Two, it doesn't take a phone cable on all applications. So there's actually a phone jack and a 3-pin jack. This amplifier took a 3-pin jack. It's kind of so it makes it big unnecessarily because it's multi-use. So if I only got to stock one product, it's cool. Secondly, they give you a really big bass knob. So it's a real comfortable knob, has a flange around it. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. So see this flange right here? You can see how it has a flange, and that flange is designed to cover up the nut in the washer. However, for us, we did it a lot differently because we wanted it to go into one of these knockoffs. Trust me, it was a pain. But if you look here, you can see how far in that washer is. So that's 3 pieces of acrylic that are glued together to get us into this. But see how long this is, so this will easily just go back on there. And there you go. Oop, got to put it back on, right? There you go. And it's a really nice bass knob. Now, Arc Audio. Hi, Fernando.
Hi.
One of the really cool features of that bass knob. Now, this is cool. So, first thing, iData, you can control the bass subwoofer level through the radio. You can program in one of the we talk about it all the time on the Jeep Wranglers. You can do that in the Toyota too, and you have to have some subwoofer level control, or the amplifier shuts it off, which is really bad. Attenuates it. So in the radio, subwoofer level control is the bass, okay, and it just for the sub. So if we're going to loan the car out when I want to blow our subs, we can actually go into the tone control and turn it down. Secondly, which is back to the bass knob. And this is just in the Blackbird software. So whether you're using it as a standalone or whatever, you get to build your topology as far as how sharp Meaning, how does this bass knob work? Is there a lot of attenuation where you just like, or is it like on, off, and you have that control to where you get to build that in the software. And I know some of you go, what? Yeah, it's really cool. So you get to decide how much or how little this affects. So it'll go to off, and it'll go to the +6 that it has. But how does it do that? You get to build. So is it a slope like this that's really long and tedious, or is it a quick, so up, like all the way up, all the way down, really quick, which was fun because it was like, oh my gosh, we get to design that. Not only do you get to do it here in the Maestro, though, you also get to, which a lot of people complain about, like especially in the Fords, is how the volume attenuates. It's crappy. It doesn't go linear. And it might not in a Ford, but in this, it gave us the ability to control how quiet the volume is all the way down, and then all the way up, how quiet it is all the way up. Obviously, it's going to be maxed out, but you get a min-max on the volume control, which is freaking awesome. And I know some of you are going, I don't understand what he's saying, and it's okay. But you basically play it at 1, okay, and you get to decide how loud it is at volume 1. And you turn it off and you reset it, and it's like, it can be this quiet, or it can be this quiet. It doesn't matter. It's up to you, which is really cool. So you get to build your volume structure. What's up, Haley? For both the subwoofer level control and the volume knob. It is hands down one of the coolest features that this amplifier has. It's a small one, and that's the little small things that make these products like unique and cool. And everyone's like, my DSP is amazing. No, it's not. No, this is a really cool feature. Does it go to 11? Hell no, it goes to 12, man. It goes all the way up to 12. Yeah. You break the knob off all day long. It's a Brian Mitchell product, man. You know it goes up past 11. 11's, Dude, have you seen the video? I can't think of the rock and roll movie where there's like, all amplifiers go to 11. I played it for you, I think, one day, where he's talking about, most amplifiers, they go to 10. Ours go to 11, so we can sound louder. Yeah. Dude, that's what it is. That's what it's all about.
It's all about 11.
It's all about 11. Break the knob off. Would having kick panels for mid bass and tweets and mids go in the door location? Okay. Would having panels for mid bass and tweets and mids go in the door location? Ooh, I don't know. That's an interesting question. So mid bass in the kick panel, and then tweeter and mid range up where the factory speaker went. I mean, I think they'd have to be high though, because like when you look at like down here is so low, I think your seat would have to be really far back, and these would definitely have to be angled, and your soundstage would be like when we did the Odyssey. That's what they did in the Honda Odyssey. They put the mid bass here, or they put the tweeter and the mid range here, and the mid bass there. And everything just sounded so low in the car. And we tried. And it just, there's no way to get it up 2 feet. It just, I don't know. So I feel like you need to have elevation. At least it's been our experience that you got to have some form of elevation to the speaker to make it sound good. So these are the Morel hybrids in the dash. And damn, these things fill in like amazing. So what have I forgotten? I think that's everything on this.
Yeah.
Is it a mechanical potentiometer with digital adjustment or all digital? I'm going to say it's digital. I don't know. I know what you're saying. But it's an actual knob. So it's the same knob that every single bass knob looks like. Okay? So it's a potentiometer. It's smooth. It's linear. It feels good. Some of them feel cheap. This one feels nice. But it's a 3-wire connection. So I'm thinking it's digitally doing something at the amplifier. So there's probably some form of resistance code that it's reading, kind of like your steering wheel controls do on your dash. Spinal Tap. Thank you. I knew one of you guys would know what that is. Only a super direct. Okay, only a sub on a Subaru WRX. Can I just grab the speaker? Passenger front door speaker? Yes. If you're just adding a sub to your WRX, you can grab the door speaker. Grab it in the kick panel. Drivers or passengers, doesn't really matter. Build kick panels Take your kick panel to the shin. You guys are bad. Yo, Frank. Only a sub amp on the Super Double X. Can I get my single from the front doors without issue? Yes. That's there we go. All right, dumb question on the potentiometer. No, it's actually a good question.
Potentiometer?
The volume knob for the subwoofer. You ever consider making amp racks and selling them as art? Funny you should say that. So what you're talking about is this, right? Where, you take something like this and you hang it on the wall, maybe put some LEDs behind it. Yeah, we were actually kicking that idea around. Like if you had some, what we were thinking is like if you had some old amplifiers that, like let's say some Orion amplifiers or precision power amplifiers or something like that, and you're like, it just looks like that looks cool, right? But if you notice, we put the zero gauge in there because it looks cooler. So the thought was, do we have guys send us some amplifiers? Like we have these Focals that are waiting to get put into an amp rack. We have a ton of them actually.
Macintosh amplifiers, you name it.
So yeah, but those actually have to go into one. So the idea is, do we do that?
Yeah.
And it's more a timing thing,
of course it's gonna be a timing because it's gonna be.
And to be honest, like that amp rack took. That was a whole lot of nights.
That was a lot of hours.
That was a lot of hours. That was probably 10 hours on that amp rack.
I think that was like 314 million hours, something like that.
I mean, that's like $1,200 in time.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
So, so it's like...
Labor was what?
Yeah. It's so... Yeah, that's a tough one. That's why it was kind of like... Because that stuff takes a lot of time. And in a 2016 Scion XB, could you mount a 3.5 inch in tweeter in the OEM dash location and a 6.5 inch in the OEM door location and work good? Yeah. So that would be like pick up a set of Kenwood C3s, which is the 3.5 tweeter all in one. It's bi-ampable. It's got the two little wires, so you can run it active if you want to, and then a set of 6-inch mid bass. Yeah, you can do that all day long. Or if you want to get, like, if you're going to go active on an amplifier, you could do like the C2s, which don't have a tweeter, and a set of the 6.5 inch coaxials. 6.5 inch components. Personally, for me, I would do the C3s, buy the 6.5 inch components, throw the tweeter away, and do it that way. But what are your thoughts on Morel 38 limited edition? Never heard them, but they look cool.
38?
Yeah, it's there's an anniversary edition of like the Supremos or the Altos or something like that. I don't even know if they still make them. They're on their website. And what's their website, Fernando?
The website is morelhifi.com.
Ooh.
Wait.
But wait, there's more.
Let me tell you something.
She's got a giveaway.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
She's giving away speakers.
If you go into Morel_America here on Instagram.
Yeah.
They giving away a set of speakers.
Make sure you say 5-star sent you.
Now, this is a Tempo Ultra.
Yes.
And the cool thing
we did those the other day. My arm is falling asleep.
Oh, hang on. The cool thing about this
I'm hanging on.
You can pick either you want a coaxial or you want a component. It doesn't matter. You can pick.
You mean they're not just giving away a set of 5x7s?
No. Well, maybe. But this is the thing. You have until Monday to enter.
Like after Christmas?
Yes.
Or Christmas?
That would be Christmas.
Christmas is Monday.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
So Christmas. And then a random generator is going to pick the winner.
I don't know random generator.
And make sure you have a U.S. Shipping address. That's it. But tag a friend. See who needs Morel. And just go like Morel_America here on Instagram. That is the proud sponsor for the 5 minutes with 5-star.
Ooh.
I'm tired.
No, that was good. So this guy's asking, he's got a Focal amp and he's got Rockford T2 S's, so separate, and he's wondering if the Focal Flaxes, if they'll be as loud.
The Focal Flax will be as loud.
Right?
It's two TS?
So he has T2s, T2 separates, and he's thinking Focal Flax. I think they'll be as loud.
I think that will be yes.
It'll just be cleaner.
It'll just be
a lot cleaner.
More, yeah.
Not a lot. It'd be a lot. Yeah, it's cleaner. So that's a lot of the times when we're comparing. So in a lot of Jeeps, one of the packages we put together
hang on.
is flax.
Yeah.
And then if they don't want to go for that, we automatically just we go with the K2s.
Powers, yeah.
Because that kind of is a pause. Sorry about that. T2s are the step down for us as far as price goes, but it's allowed, and it's more of it's not as crisp and clean as the flax, and it's like half the price. So
hopefully you have some form of a DSP or all that stuff, man.
Either way,
but
I think that's a good move.
Flax is a really nice upgrade.
Yeah, you guys, you bet. Appreciate it too. Nice drunk. Let's get drunk. Who wants to get drunk? I don't drink. I don't have any friends, so I'm going to tag you guys. Go for it. Which model speakers for a 2012 F-150?
Hey, man.
Listen, they have several pairs of speakers. It's what is your budget? There's a pair of Morels for almost every budget. Yep. So, as I tell everyone, just get the best speakers you can afford, man. That's really what it comes down to. Just get the best ones you can afford. Paragon, Flax will be a smoother tweeter sound. Mike doesn't know nothing. Like, Mike, come on, Mike. Like, you have a clue, bro. You don't know shit. Actually, he probably knows, but I don't know. Mike's used to those Glade.
I really love the video that he made this morning.
On the ZZ2 thing?
The ZZ2.
I haven't looked at it. He did. He edited an iMovie.
Oh, he's amazing.
I know he is. He's getting there. Mike has those Gladen speakers, so everything in his life is smooth and creamy and silky, just like his beard. Just want to touch it. It's so nice. We got weird. Oh, it's big, right? Like he's like going full Santa almost at this point with his beard right now.
What's going on, guys?
He's like, why are you guys picking on me, man? Facts. I'm trying one day. I want to be like you. No, you don't. Dude, my wife just noticed this. Oh!
Yes.
So, the other day, if you guys didn't catch, Sue came on, and she's like, oh my gosh, you got this patch of white hair right there. And I'm like, we live together. What the hell? So, last night when she got home from bowling, she's a bowler, our kitchen has super bright lights in it.
Yeah.
So, I'm standing.
I'm
standing like this, and I'm not under the lights. So then when she keeps talking, and as she's talking, I'm doing this. I'm spinning around, and I'm standing right underneath the lights. They're hot lights, just like LED, super white. And I'm like, I tip my head down a little bit. She's like, will you shut up? I just want you to know, it's there.
Still there.
Still there, hasn't gone anywhere. But yeah, so she's like, you're a jerk. And this is why you don't know that I have because she hates me. Hey guys, Nando look good. Nando, hey Nando, hey guys, Nando good? ? It's Christian.
Hey man, I'm here.
Don't forget, I gotta send you that link to that app.
Okay.
From.
I remind you when we're done.
Yeah. Wisdom here. You got way more wisdom than I do, then, Mike.
I don't think it's
He's got a wisdom beard.
He's a wisdom. Okay.
I saw his real. Oh yeah, app. Yeah, no. Shave your head. Not a chance, dude. I do not have a head you can shave.
Will you ever shave your hair?
No, I was dropped
the whole thing?
No, I was dropped on my head as a kid. That's why I'm the way I am, and I got a big dent right here. So no.
So if it's gone, and you still have a big one,
I'll wear a hat.
So,
dude,
we never
shave my head.
Yes.
No, I'll become country. I'll be like Kenny Chesney, man. I'll wear a cowboy hat.
I would do it.
I'll pick up a southern accent. I'll be like, hey y'all, what's up? Yeah, man. Top of the morning to you, honey.
Okay.
Oh yeah, totally become that, or I'll just become a baseball player. I wear my baseball hat all the time.
That's so good. Whatever turns you on, bro.
No, I do a number 4 on the sides and a 5 on the top, and I cut my own hair. As you can tell, it's so stylish. Actually, I had a hat on today because it's cold, and my head gets cold easily. What time? Ooh, it's 6 o'clock. That means it's time for us to get the heck out of here.
Don't forget, guys, go to MorelHiFi.com. Check some products.
No, just go to their website.
Morel_America here on Instagram.
Instagram, not
Enter
website.
for that giveaway.
Free speakers.
Morel Tempo Ultras.
Who doesn't want free speakers?
Pick which ones you want. Enter. Tag a friend. Like the post.
I have seen the new Pry Tool, and it does look sexy. Yeah. But we have... Okay, So Sage turned us on to this.
Who, Sage?
Yeah. So
we're all dumb.
We were all dumb. So you got to buy this. This is the best tool ever. But yeah. So. All right, guys. You have a wonderful day. See you. Bye. Look at that fine motor control.
Mm-hmm.
I said, look at the fine motor control. Oh, look at that. One of your 10,000 notifications.
And that's the one, bro.
Dude, the Ultra has a new face. Probably it's not new, but it's new because I finally looked. And it's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. So at nighttime, the whole face goes red. You know, like, because it's, you know, easier for your eyes to see at nighttime. Not for my eyes, apparently, because I can't see it at all when it goes red.
When we talk about the Ultra, what is it?
The watch, the iPhone.
Oh.
I Apple Watch.
I don't have that, man.
I know you're
first
yeah
generation.
you're first gen. Yep,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
What's
I thought
Screw.
what?
screw. We have a lot.
Sure. We'll take a couple of them with me.
There you go. You saw the rare Paul. What size power and ground should I run to the key 200.4? We run a 10 gauge. That's actually too much. Probably get away with a 12 gauge. But yeah, it comes with a fuse too. So there's a little looped fuse that comes with it. But yeah, if you're going to run like a 200.4 and a 500.1, we typically just run an 8 gauge. Depending on where it's going. And a Ford will run a 4 gauge in the distribution block. But 10 gauge is plenty size for that. Merry Christmas, fellas. Merry Christmas to you. Let me do that. Every now you can see. Not really. Actually, I can see better the other way.
See you guys.
See you, Paul. Have fun. Anyways, it's the last hours, minutes. It's the last minutes before we get out of here for Christmas.
Get out of here?
Get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, look at that.
I know.
Getting out of here.
You are getting out of here. Dude, go back and look at young Fernando. Like in one of 10 year ago videos.
What are you talking about? Look at me. I haven't changed at all. I'm still the same size.
I mean, you're the same size, that's for
Exactly.
sure, but a little thinner on top. I just have more wrinkles. Anyways, talking about doing this for a long time, your friend, your buddy, your pal, Mr. Steve Mead,
Yes.
he hit 1 million. Damn.
Congratulations.
No doubt, man. What a Christmas present for him.
Yeah.
That is so cool, man. So jealous.
You know, I remember before I started working in Carradio, I
Yeah.
used to watch him, you know, just like
Yeah, oh, for sure.
doing the Tahoe and everything. So,
Yeah,
For
yeah.
me, it's,
Underneath the carport.
huh?
Underneath the carport in his house.
You know,
yeah.
Rockford came out with his picture and the Rockford amplifiers kind of like stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dude, I want that stuff. You know, like, that would be cool to meet that guy and everything. And,
What do you know? He did.
You know, that was awesome.
I have a 2013 Arcadia with an RR. Do I have to purchase an amplifier bypass
Thank you.
to install an aftermarket amplifier? If it has a factory amplifier in it, then yes, you will have to bypass the factory amplifier. If the RR has nothing to do with that. That's just what allows it to integrate into the car to get features like illumination, accessory power, reverse, stuff like that. If it's just straight speaker wires behind the radio, then no, you're good. You're just going to disconnect the radio's speaker wires and run your amplifier speaker wires into those same wires going into the car.
Yeah.
However, if there's an outboard amplifier of some kind, then you will have to go to the amplifier and get your speaker wires there and or run new speaker wires. Happy holidays! Happy holidays to you! I'm running 4-gauge distribution block. Dude, this is almost like better than a Saturday show. 4-gauge distribution block, also 4-gauge and a 1200.1 Frost gate 2-ohm and a 360.4 kicker. Is that okay? I'm running 4-gauge distribution block, also 4-gauge. Okay, so if you have a 1200.1 and a 360.4 on one 4-gauge, probably not going to be okay unless it's like 10 feet. Anything past that, way too much amperage draw if you're running it at its maximum amount of power. I don't know 2-ohm, 1-ohm. I don't know if that amplifier is a 1-ohm or not. I mean, if you're running it at half the power, then yeah, you're
Maybe.
probably okay. But that would be either a 0-gauge or a dual 4-gauge at that point. If it's over 10 feet. Woo, sorry. Can I use an Epicenter Micro to tap into a Lexus LS460 Mark Levinson subwoofer and add an amp? Yeah, actually, that's what it's made for. Yes, you can.
That's the best way.
Best way to do it.
Yeah.
Woo. How would you recommend adding a three-way to 2017 Honda Accord? Well, the cell panel has the tweeter. The mid-bass is in the bottom of the door. There's really no place for the mid-range. You'd have to have somebody or yourself build some A-pillars for the mid-range.
Yes,
and at
sir.
that point, you might want to just move the mid-range and the tweeter all the way up together.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, so
If you're going to go that far, yeah.
it's half power. Then you're probably okay. I would just keep an eye on it, especially the fuse holder underneath the hood.
It's half power?
Yeah, it's half power.
With the gain all the way up.
With the gain all the way up. So if you start to see, I would just keep an eye at the fuse holder, maybe check it. I mean, realistically, just in my mind, I want a zero gauge at that point. So I would just probably save up for a zero gauge at some point, just for peace of mind. You'll probably be fine, but in our world, we don't deal in probability. We deal in it's got to be this way. So just because if your car burns down, it kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Oh, okay. Sorry. I can't see. Hey, Dean, Fernando from Kentucky. No, I have glasses. It just doesn't do me any good.
What's that, Kentucky?
If a tweeter requires 1 watt, are they rated for more power because no amp produces only 1 watt? No. It's actually a curve. Okay, so this is one of those things that Andy Waymeyer did an excellent job of explaining. And I'm going to try and not succeed. It's not that an amplifier isn't putting out its rated power at that frequency, because an amplifier will put out rated power from 20 to 20,000 hertz. That's why they tell you not to have speakers connected to an amplifier when you're playing a tone. So like when you play a 1,000 hertz test tone, they say don't have your speakers hooked up, unless there's a crossover somewhere. Because in reality, sound will not put out a 0 dB 1,000 hertz test tone like that, because that's just going to roast your speakers. So if you play like a 10,000 hertz test tone into an amplifier, it will put out its rated power. But like I said, sound doesn't work that way. So sound actually rolls off. So by the time those frequencies are played back through the tweeter, they're at such a low level, and tweeters are extremely efficient. It's not that much power getting to the tweeter. So if you wanted to get an idea of what kind of wattage your tweeter was seeing, this is going to be tough because, I don't know how you'd be able to do that realistically. Because we were talking to him about how would you measure that. Because anytime you play a 0 dB test tone, it doesn't, and you can't play a sine sweep because that's a 0 dB test tone. And if you throw a voltmeter on there, I mean, an RCA will give you an idea, but there again, you're not measuring voltage at that frequency. So you have to be able to play sound, have a voltmeter set up at a specific frequency to see what kind of voltage it's putting at while the sound is playing, but while all the other sound is playing. So almost like a bandpass crossover that's like a notch filter. So like a notch filter, but with a voltmeter attached to it. But the opposite of a notch filter. That would be tough. I've often thought about how we would do that. So because it's one of those things that measuring would be really cool to show that and be like, here's your 1 watt. Woo, But that's also why when you look at a tweeter, the leads are so tiny because they're not really handling. Even the tweeters that say they're 300 watts, they're not.
Oh, here you go. I'm going to come out with...
But if you want to know how hot 25 watts is, go into your house and grab the refrigerator light bulb. That's 25 watt bulb. Or the one underneath the stove after it's been on for 4 hours. Go grab that one. Yeah. Then you'll be like, ah! You'd be like the dude from Indiana Jones. Be like, I have the other hand. Yeah, anyways. So it's Saturday. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. For those of you guys that celebrate the Christmas holiday, myself, Fernando, we're pretty excited. We're actually going to be off till Wednesday. We don't get back until Wednesday, which is nice because Paul's going to Canada. Haha, eh? In typical Paul fashion, he literally told us like 2 days ago and said, "Oh, by the way, what the hell?" Yeah, the bugs are like crazy today.
Yeah.
That's why I have. So every now and then mosquitoes just kind of get crazy in here. So I have the cool citronella candle just to try and get them to back the hell off. Also, for those of you that follow The Boring Life with Dean and Haley, there is a video right here that is going to be up. It's probably up right now, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think it's already up and ready. So if you want to go catch Boring Life with Dean and Haley here on the eve before Christmas Eve, check it out. It's up and ready to go. So that's kind of cool. Also, if you follow us on Facebook, not 5-star, but me and The Boring Life, tomorrow night, we're going to be doing late night with Haley. So after the party and everybody leaves, we're going to do late night with Haley.
Yeah.
Because it's Sunday, so I was
after party.
Yeah, after party. Yeah.
After party.
Haley's after party. So we'll be doing Haley's after party.
Yeah.
How the Grinch Stole the Heat. Actually,
it's how the rent stole.
The rent stole the heat?
No, how the rent stole Christmas.
How the rent stole Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, how the rent stole Christmas. That's a good one. For about $450 or so, what set of speakers would you recommend? They would replace the factory speakers in a 2014 Nissan Altima.
Before you answer that question,
hold on. Hold on. You can't just jump right into it like that.
Let me tell you something. You talk about speakers, right? Right now, Morel_America here on Instagram is doing a giveaway of speakers.
Wait a minute. So he could win some free speakers for his Nissan Altima 2014?
Yes.
If he just went over to Morel_America?
The cool thing about that stuff is
what?
You can pick a coaxial speaker or a component speaker.
Of any size?
Of any size.
That is in that category?
Now, the only thing you have to do is go to the post in Morel_America here on Instagram. Comment, like, share that post.
So you do have to do a little bit of work, but you could get some free speakers.
It's not work. Come on, people.
That's not work.
We do
it's
stuff.
Ow! It hurts.
And you'll be able to enter to win a set of speakers from Morel.
That's pretty awesome.
Trust. And do it now because I think the contest ends tomorrow.
Okay. So hurry up and do it.
Go. And Morel Hi-Fi is the sponsor for this 5 minutes with 5-star, guys.
Okay, so back to your question at hand. Morel does make some speakers in the $450 price range.
Yep.
Maximal Ultra HEs would work in that category. You can also, if you want the ultimate in ease of installation, you could check out Powerbase. Powerbase makes a plug-and-play speaker for that vehicle. It is awesome.
What car is that?
It's a Nissan Altima. They have the Nissan plug-and-plays.
Nissan Altima.
Yeah. But there again, in that price point, you have a lot to choose. Focal's got something in that price point. Morel has something in that price point.
Focal, probably Audio Control has the new speakers.
Audio Control's in that price point. Pretty much everything is in that price point. Really, what you want to do is figure out what kind of tweeter you want. Do you want a hard dome or do you want a soft dome? Once you figure that out, just find something that.
What about all the dome?
You can get dome all day long, whatever you want. You can get all the dome. Hi, Toronto here. Paul's on his way up to Toronto, so make sure when he arrives, you meet him at the airport and
say, congratulations.
Congratulations, welcome to Toronto. Yeah. Hey, it's Jeffrey.
Who?
Jeffrey.
Who's Jeffrey?
How many Jeffs do we know?
I know.
There's only one Jeff, bro. In my phone, it's under Jeffrey because that's what he calls himself.
It's only one Jeff? How many Jeffs do you know?
There's only one in my life. Oh, everyone else is whatever their last name is. I mean, he's technically Jeff Smith, and it'll always, because he's Mr. Smith.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, Mr. Anderson. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Hola, amigos. Oh, my God, it's Oscar.
Wow. Dude.
Yeah, it's like a Christmas miracle.
Exactly. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, congratulations on Christmas. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Maybe you've decided whether you want a black car or a white car. Merry Christmas, guys. Wish you the best. We wish you the best. We hope everyone has a fantastic, safe holiday. We don't want to hear any craziness. Craziness is fun, but we want everybody back. Crazy. So when we get done with this...
Look. I just make a car.
You need help. Also, for those of you wondering, the Subaru video, the last Subaru video will be up next week. So we'll wrap that up. There was some dude complaining that, like, we should just release one video of everything instead of making all these little 10-minute videos. And I'm like, okay. So the reality is it would take me just as long. So you'd still have to wait like 4 weeks for a video because
it's a lot.
It's like 2.5 to 3 hours to make a 10-minute video.
And nobody has time for 3 hours.
And there's 6 to 8 of those. So do the math, people. It's like, I got an idea. Why don't you shut up?
Punch you in the face.
Or just wait till they're all done, and you can watch the finished video. Because we always release the finished video at the very end.
Yeah.
You know, usually a couple weeks afterwards.
Yeah.
So, hola!
Hey.
That was Jeff. Compared to the heydays of the 90s car stereo, I like where this question going. What's the big improvement in car audio now? Is it DSP, speaker tech, or something else? Ooh, man. I think you hit the nail on the head almost on every one of those things. Because let's think about it for a minute. Okay, let's think about it for a minute. Hold on. So, you know, we went from like stuff like this. Not that came out later, but stuff like this. And even this is an XTR 2250. This would have been an SX 2250. Old school AB, fire-breathing dragons, not efficient. To hold on.
That you have right there.
Those aren't cool. And then we evolved into something like this Macintosh MC420, the pinnacle of 1990s car audio. Like, oh my gosh, like glass. This is like glass 3/8-inch thick piece of glass. Totally inefficient, 50 watt by 4, dual fans, whole bunch of tech. All of them blew up because they didn't know how to build an amplifier, and they had to go back, and it was hilarious. So cool that was then, and that's all we had to look forward to. We didn't have touchscreens. When touchscreens came out, that changed the world, man. Stuff like that Macintosh, you couldn't sell it anymore because that was like $850, $900. And then Pioneer came out with the Z1, Alpine came out with the CVA 1000, all these cool touchscreen radios. And you put dancing lights and screens in front of people, that's all that matters. So then it just became all about screens and amplifiers. That's when the cheap amplifiers came out. Because, I mean, there's always cheap amps, but that's when you settled on cheap amplifiers because you wanted the screen and the dash. Now that's like, whatever, screen in the dash, no big deal. But we gone to DSP. So now we have the cream of the crop, awesome AB class, efficient, tons of power, multi-channel. Personally, one of the big achievements was 4-channel amplifiers. Now we have 8-channel amplifiers, 10-channel amplifiers, 12-channel amplifiers. But yes, amplifiers with DSP, standalone DSP, amplifiers with DSP, multi-channel outputs,
Speaker with DSP.
Small, compact, tiny amplifiers, little tiny cute things, better high-level to low-level adapters, although this has been around for a very long time. You know, the LC7i, classic, oldie but goodie. But yes, the modern DSP. And then just the technology that we've been able to get with speakers is amazing. I mean, it's like the wheel is round, right? It's rubber, it goes onto your car, but somehow, they always figure out a way to make that tire just a little bit better. It's the same with speakers and amplifiers. So yeah, I think one of the cool things now is definitely the product is way better than it has ever been. It's at a level now that is insane. Even the cheap stuff is really good stuff compared to some of the older stuff from back then. But as far as our side, like what we see, having things like 3D printers right there, laser, lots of routers and mobile solutions and things like Master Tech Expo and the CMA out of Canada and Knowledge Fest, 3D, all this fun stuff on our side of things has made things really cool too. So even like we did that old pickup truck last week, you know,
Okay.
building stuff into that, which was never easy to do, but did make it a lot easier because, you know, we had better tools at our disposal to deal with the problems that come up with that thing. So that was extremely cool. So yeah, lots of neat things have happened in the last 30 years in car audio, for sure.
Oh, you guys
The nice thing is that I'm old enough to have lived through all of it. Yay. Not this guy. He was a kid back then, playing with G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip.
Playing with G.I. Joe.
And it was off-brand Mexican version G.I. Joe stuff, so it wasn't Kung Fu grip.
Say Joe.
It was the taco grip.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe with the taco grip. Yeah. Got hot sauce in one, taco in the other. Snake eyes. All I want for Christmas is for Dean to put a system in his car.
Sorry, man.
Santa Claus ain't coming to your house.
The Grinch stole that.
Merry Christmas too. Yeah. I have a Helix DSP Mini with a Moscone 530 Pro, and I want to add a bass knob, but my installer said if I add one, it won't do anything. Any thoughts? What do you mean it won't do anything? Why wouldn't it do anything? It'll turn the subwoofer up and down.
Maybe what you're trying to do is more than like a preset song?
No, I mean, if you add a bass knob to the 530 to the subwoofer output, that'll go up and down. I don't mean it'll turn the subwoofer up and down. I mean, there's an RCA coming out of the Helix into the sub amp. So clearly there's a way to turn the subwoofer volume up and down. You know, Audio Control has their external subwoofer.
So why not just buy the...
Dude, just buy the Audio Control universal subwoofer level control. It's RCA in, RCA out. There's no power. It's a Cat 5 from front to rear. Do it yourself. I mean...
No, the other thing is why not buy the conductor?
Well, you can buy the conductor, but the installer's probably going, then you got to find some place to put the conductor is cool, but it's also a silver dollar you have to put somewhere with a bunch of crap behind it. So there are just regular bass knobs. Helix does not do bass knob well, and honestly, I don't think Moscone does bass knob well. But that's what I'm saying. Just get the universal. Just get the regular universal audio. Get the universal audio control. Do RCA. Keep it simple.
Nothing is simple car audio.
Dude,
man.
that would be simple.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Can I run the Helix M4 to run the front stage 6x9 tweeters, or run the 6x9s and 6.5 rears? I would do active front stage, so I would do 6x9s and tweeters. The problem that you're gonna run into is it's not the M4, because I don't think they make an M4. Well, they do make an M4 DSP, but if it's just the M4 non-DSP, it's not going to have the crossovers needed to go active, because it only has a high-pass crossover. It doesn't have a band-pass crossover, and it doesn't have a 10-time multiplier switch. You'd either have to have speakers that can go bi-amp mode passive, or get the DSP version that you can do anything you want with, or have an external DSP. I recently upgraded stereo, and now I don't have any CD player. Wait a minute, are we still in the 90s? For setting up a DSP with test tones, where can I get the test tones for Bluetooth streaming? Okay, so we use for all our... Do you have your phone? Where's your phone? Grab your phone. So for all our testing purposes, we obviously use our phone, and we use this app here, which is Educar Test and Tune. It's just this thing right here. I believe it's a $20 app, so it isn't the cheapest app in the world. But here's all your test tones. Here is all your dB. You can move the test tones around. Here is your pink noise, and you have filters on the pink noise. So if you want to do bass pink noise, mid bass, treble, and you can also move the pink noise around. So if you want, don't move it. If you want to do mono, you can do left, right, center. So it's got
center, right,
yeah,
center.
it's a huge tool. That is the Educar Test and Tune app. You do have to look for it on iTunes, or I'm not in iTunes, on the App Store. I don't know why it's not the easiest thing to find, but Educar Test and Tune is what you want. Parker Mitchell of Teeth and Turbos got a gift from Amp. Ground Zero Sound Digital and Audio Control Spike subs.
Very nice.
Good for him. That is awesome. What's up, Marty? A representative from Amp was there, but Parker used self-tappers to ground the Amp F250. Not sure what year. Oh. There is an okay. So
Helix.
Mr.
See?
Smith
Ah.
says there is, for your Helix question earlier with the bass knob, there's a new small format Helix bass knob.
Perfect.
Which is funny because he's talking to people out of buying the audio control. But anyways, so there's multiple solutions for that. I don't see any reason why you can't have a knob. You know, people like knobs. ARC 1006 with built-in DSP or Moscone 8 to 12
To the
to Sony ES 8 channel. Why are we using the Sony ES? Why not just get the Moscone amplifier? Why not just get the 8 to 10? I mean, Moscone makes this too. The Moscone 1. This guy right here. Oh, hang on. Somebody screwed with this earlier today and didn't put it back. You can get the Moscone 1 series amplifiers and make a 6 to 10 and an 8 to 10. Just saying, if you want an amplifier all in one. The 6 to 10 is just what it sounds like. It's 6-channel amplifier, 10-channel DSP, AB class amplifier. But either one of those is, I mean, other than the Sony amp, I don't see any problem with any of that. Blackbird also, maybe? Have you looked at the ARC Blackbird? Holy crap, that thing is a beast. And that is an 8 to 12. And just because it's small, don't let that fool you. Holy Jesus, it's got a ton of power.
We just bird or is it a beast?
It's a beast.
Is it a beast?
It's a beast. What's up? Or Alpine? No, just stick with one of the two you mentioned earlier. Morel MM2 or a 3-way active. I'm gonna do the MM2. The MM2 has by far the best mid-range frequency response, so MM2 for sure. That, like, when we tested that thing, holy Jesus. Yeah, it's really nice. It'll be easy to EQ for sure. I have a Gladden bass now that connect directly to the Moscone amp, but the installer said it would go up. It wouldn't go up or down, or maybe he just didn't install it at all. Huh? Okay. I don't know. But there again, if you put the bass knob at the amplifier, then you're all good. So that's what I'm saying. The universal bass knob for Alpine, or I'm sorry, for audio control, there's an RCA coming into a sub-amp, sub-channel, something somewhere. The audio control is a universal. It doesn't care. It's just an RC in and RC out connected to a knob. So, and it's a nice knob. So, I mean, to me, that seems like the easiest solution to this problem. Hi guys, I'm doing last minute shopping, so I will be in and out of this live. That's okay. We're actually going to be out here real soon, actually in 3 minutes. What's up?
What's up?
Already have the 8 to 12. Oh, if you already have the 8 to 12, there again, Moscone makes an 8 channel in the 1 series that doesn't have a DSP. ARC makes, yeah. What, either one. If you have 8 to 12, keep the 8 to 12. 8 to 12 is awesome. Oh, look, Fernando joined. Any good 12-channel DSPs? There's a ton of great 12-channel DSPs.
Like?
The Moscone 8 to 12 that we just talked about. Moscone has the 8 to 12. Doesn't Helix have an 8 to 12 now?
Mm-hmm.
Audison has an older 8.
I thought that was the 10.
I don't know, it's older, so I wouldn't really, it's the amplifiers that have the better. So you're probably looking at Moscone or Helix. Alpine has one.
Alpine has one, yeah.
ARC doesn't have one yet, even though they don't. They have it, but not yet, because it's in the Blackbird, so they're kind of suffering the same fate that Electromedia is that they have a DSP, but it's not the channels. Yeah. I want the Moscone. I want the Moscone too, not gonna lie. Running 6 channels up front, 2 channels in the rear, and 2 12s. That's 10 channels. Very nice. Yeah. Which Moscone DSP was that? Sorry, it was busy. It's the Moscone 8 to 12 Aerospace. It's the brand new one. It comes in black, super sexy, as well as we were talking about amplifiers, which is the Moscone 1 series 6 to 10 or 6 to 8. If you're looking at amplifiers, which I don't think you are. Santa has arrived and given you both your dream systems What did he deliver?
That's good.
So, I would honestly, if it was like 2 amplifiers I would choose from right now. One would be the Ground Zero Ultras. I would want, enough of those to do a system. So, or I would want, which I don't even think they're making them anymore, the Moscone Zeros.
Okay.
So I would either want, those are the 2 that I would be lusting after. It would be Ultras, which Doug is going to get, so sucks to be Doug, or the Zeros.
Okay.
So those are the pause police. Okay. What about you? You got anything you're just...
Santa just going to bring me another 4 830.
Oh, okay, so you have 2?
So I can have 2 and 2 1000s.
Oh, wow, and a car to go in? The car to put them in?
I know, who cares, man.
Okay.
And I can put it in the bicycle.
Morel Carbon Pros, active or passive? Obviously passive would be... obviously active would be the way to go if you have it, yeah. I have one 8.4 A to B, one... one. It's
AD.
an awesome... Oh, yeah, it is. I think Christian has one of those also.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of the one? I think they're awesome. I think
That's
the
why
one.
he's the
Yeah,
one.
that's why he's the one. Isn't Neo the one? Okay, hey, listen, guys.
Look at that.
What am I?
MTX. Caesar.
Oh, is that Caesar?
Yeah.
What's up, Caesar?
Yeah,
Dude,
we talk about
he's
you
a-
the other
he's a
day.
Comic-Con
Really
nerd.
bad stuff.
Love that guy. MTX. Oh, all right, listen, guys. Hey, thank you so much for playing with us this year. We'll probably be in and out next week. I don't know how it's going to go. We got a short week next week and probably a ton of work to do. I know we have a ton of work to do.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Happy holidays.
Yeah.
Happy Christmas. Be safe. Be smart. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night. Boring Life of Dean and Haley on YouTube, or myself on Facebook. Follow me there. We'll be up. And then if you're a Boring Life subscriber, there will be a video up any minute now. It probably is up right now if you want to go check that out. And then next week, you guys will get the Subaru finished up for the Subaru. Other than that, you guys have a spectacular holiday season. If we don't get in next week on here, sorry. We'll be back, though, real soon.
That's right.
Not that we're going anywhere. We're just going to be working. Just working our asses off. So, all right, guys. Have a wonderful holiday.
Merry Christmas.
See ya.